Hello, hello, hello. A little early, just in setup mode. Trying to get the lighting right. I was looking for new lighting today to add. Because this seems a darker part of the room this time of year. But I think you can see that. So I'm just waiting. Hello. Hi, Viv. I'm just waiting to see my live feed on my page. There we go. Found it. How are you doing? I'm a little early, Viv, sorry. Keen. That's what it is. I'm just keen. I haven't even got a cup of tea. Been racing around all day. But we're okay now. Whew. How's your day been? Sally! Hello. How am I doing, Viv? I'm doing marvellously. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you. I'm enjoying life. And it's really nice. Really nice. Let's have a shuffle around, see if I can. Yeah, that works. There just seems to be a dark spot here. I need to get some a central light. That's what it is. There you go. That's better. Hi, Jean. Welcome. Hi, Margaret. I am. I'm really happy, Viv. Thank you. So far, so good. I've had a couple of trying weeks, but they're behind us now. Thank you. Good. I'm glad. Hi, Trudy True. I am well, thank you. Having said that, I've got a bit of a tickle coming. Excuse me. It's always the same, isn't it? Goodness. Ooh, I'm all excited for tomorrow's workshop. Sally, can't wait. That's going to be fun. So when I've cleared this up tonight, hi Trina, hi Sue. When I'm finished up here tonight, I can have a good clean up and get ready for tomorrow. I might have to make myself a cup of tea in between time though. Had to pay a visit to IKEA, you know what it's like. Yeah, how you feel? You're still not right, Sally. I seem to be an awful lot better now. An awful lot better. Mine seemed to come and go really quick. It was very intense for 24 hours. Then after that, I was fine. Hi, Moira. You got to try and find a stamp you can use tomorrow. To do which bit? Which card? The Foxy card or the Meadow card? The Foxy card, you could scale down. And the Meadow card, actually, if they're too big for you, because they are quite sizable. Still can't eat well. I can eat for you, Sally. Don't you worry, mate. Hi, Christine. Welcome. I'm eating like a horse at the minute, it seems. I just can't stop eating. Hi, Marie. Alison, hi. Martine, sorry. Welcome. My teeth don't fit. Hi, Rose. Fox, you'll find something. Have you got any animal? Any animal at all? Deer? Don't have to be the fox. It's just, we're just doing a bit of a meadow. You can have a field with anything in it. Bernie, hiya. I'm good, thank you. You? Sounds like a team. How are you, Christine? Hi. Well, you know, it's been all go. I've been booking hauls and doing all next year's dates. So I'm going to have monthly meetings at Cardington, that's Bedfordshire. It's really easy to get to, seriously easy to get to that place from just about anywhere. And then I have two, one on a Friday and one on a Saturday at Staunton Harold, which is Ashby de la Zouch. So they're actually face-to-face workshops. But I shall continue with our Facebook live workshop, and I'll do the occasional recording for a special too. Hi Tracy. Welcome. Hi Helen. Whew. Gosh, got small, we'll make it small, got smaller start. So all you need to do is just size it down, just scale it down. Hi Fee. Happy birthday for, is it yesterday? Happy birthday, lovely. Gosh. So, what time is it? Oh, it's time to get going. Here I am, sitting here, minding my own business, watching the world go by, chatting to you guys. And it's time to start. Alison's birthday too. Happy birthday, Alison. Good evening, Tracy. So, tonight, what are we going to be doing? We are working with Tracy Evans stamps tonight. Now, I absolutely love this set. A booty long, this flower. Now, my mum used to love these. So, I thought I wanted to see what they all did. I didn't get around to using this little one, but that's so pretty. So, these are the two cards I made featuring this set. So, that's the big flowers. And that's the one that's the bud that's just opening. I absolutely adore this. So we're going to concentrate on this one. That was just to show you what you could do with the other half. This, if in case you're wondering, this is silk ribbon. It's silk offcuts actually. Might even be sari silk. It comes raw, so it's not coloured. So that's just been coloured with ink. You're very welcome, Fee. I hope you had a lovely time. I think I did cheers you. I did raise a glass last night. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that silk. It's great if you can find it. I haven't seen any since. I found that at the NEC once. And you can colour it using ink, and then you can stamp with a permanent ink, and it doesn't leach. You get a really nice, clear image. So anyway, this is look, I've actually made a card. That doesn't happen very often, does it? Not often at all. So let's get going. I've got a piece of Pink Frog Super Smooth, and this is a little square. I don't normally work little. That's 10 centimetres square. I don't think I've got inches anywhere right up this end. No, I haven't. So it's just short of 5. No, that's not 5 inches. It is 4.5, somewhere around there, ish. Give and take a bit. So I'm going to start with this. I love this background stamp. I use it a lot. You can see, look, you can tell it gets slaughtered. This is TE34 and it's called Bubbles. And it actually creates that fabulous look of when you blow bubbles through a straw. Hi, Lynn. It's crazy. I love it. And I'm going to use my archival, and I'm going to start with the Kish Flamingo. This makes a beautiful background. Tap it all over. Just take a bit more tapping with these little inks, but I do like them. I'm going to put one that side. Give it a good squish down. Look at that. And then one the other. quite like that look. Okay, Anne-Marie, you have fun. Hi, Yvonne. This is great in your journals as well. And then it sort of marries up in the middle. I love this stamp too, Sue. I use it a lot. There. And it's picked up all the old inks that were on there, which I don't mind at all because it really adds to that background. I will give it a clean this time though. Just once in a while, you know. Don't want to spoil it. Hi Sylvia, how are you doing? How are you now? You're nearly back. You're nearly back to where you should be. And I'm going to use these gorgeous words. I love this script. No idea what it says. And this is T43 from the Magnolia set. I could have swore blind that said 3 inches there. That's what I saw, 3 inches. For those of you who don't know what a 3 inch is, it's a piece of card that's 3 inches by 3 inches, and they're absolutely amazing to make. Very addictive. Once you start, you just won't stop. This time I'm going to use picked raspberry. So I'm keeping it, oh hello young man, keeping it quite tonal. This is easy. Young lady. I love him, don't you love him? I think we're going to keep him, you know, saying things like that. It's a great script stamp. It'll go with just about everything. I think that's what I really love about Tracy's stamps, is that they're so nice on cards, but they're fabulous for journaling as well. There you go. Another clean, quick squirt and a rub. This Magnolia's pretty to stamp with as well. Very pretty. So now we're going to pop that to one side. We've done that. And I'm going to stamp the booty on. I never know if I'm saying that right. They are all easy. I don't make anything hard. Oh no, nasty migraine. That's not good. You take care. Gosh, I've lost me. Oh, there it is. There's my stamp block. Beautiful. Fits that perfect. Now I don't know how many of you guys have seen this ink. Pretty colour inside. It's the No Line ink pad. So you can use any pale colour, but this has been made specifically for this job. And I found it at the Lincoln craft show. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to use that. But any pale permanent ink will work. You don't have to have that. And this looks like it's not big enough, but I've got a spare piece just in case. There you go. I just wanted to see if I could use that bit to spare up. Don't like waste. There. So you can see it. Not totally not there, but that's going to come in really useful when we come to colour this in. I'm going to pop that back. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love that you get a sheet of stamps as well. I've still not got over that. So that's TE number 7. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So we need to colour that in. Out come the trusty paints, just a cheap paint set. And I'm going to use the brush that came with it because I like it. And then we can squirt some, this is just water. Squirt some water over on those reds. And I've got some clean water and some kitchen paper, as is my wont when I'm painting. I'm going to start with a pale pink. So I'm hoping, let me move it over, you can see what colours I'm using. I'm hoping, yeah, you can, good. So this is called, what's this pale pink called? I think it's apricot, I could be wrong. So I'm going to give us just a little edge of that colour. Plenty of water. Then I'm just going to drag that paint into position. I'm just pulling it down. I don't want it too heavy, it is watercolour. And this super smooth works beautifully with watercolour paints. See that little bit at the top's gone all the way down to the bottom. Plenty. And in fact, it's coming over. I might get away with pulling that colour out some more. Yeah. And that actually works beautiful because it brings that front petal right out. Now we can move to a darker, ain't it? A darker red. Now I'm going to mix it just a little on my craft mat. You could use watercolour pencils, Zig pens. So I'm picking out some of these veins that I'm just deepening a little. Beautiful flowers. There, and I'm going to do that to the other two. It seems to be a really fine brush. It's quite a fine, this is. I've got some really expensive paintbrushes and I'm using the cheap one out the tin. How mad's that? So I'm literally just following the pattern that Tracy's put on the stamp for us. You all gone to sleep? Or you got your tongues out? Now I'm going for quite a dark burgundy. In fact, I'll mix it with that. I don't want it too wet. So I'm going to just put some darker veins down this bottom area. And then these little, there's like little flower buds at the bottom. They're lovely. So we can use this nice dark colour to pick them up. So I'm not doing anything with shading or anything technical. It literally is just following Tracy's artwork on the stamp down and through. Literally, that's all I'm doing. We can add, so here we've got there we go, we've got a lovely petal this side. And then there's one underneath here. And it all blends through. Good, you're still there, I'm glad. Can someone explain where it is? I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's just that we've been told that that's what's coming up. But keep your eye out for it. And if you see it, just hit it. You won't see it on here. This is Facebook. So I think it's just YouTube mainly. So this is an olive green. I love this green colour. I'll have a drop of water in there. Yeah. No, I haven't. It doesn't normally call on a Friday. Hopefully you'll understand what that means. That was Steve, by the way. There, let's paint this green in. Keeps freezing, does it? It's continuous here for me at the minute. I am sorry. That's a shame. You have to activate it in the YouTube settings. I'll have to have a look. Thank you. There. How pretty is that? So we can lift. Right, I'll have a look. So all I'm doing is, now I've got the paint on, is I'm adding water, drying off my brush and then lifting it. So if ever you get too much, that's all you need to do. And then I've got my Dr. Phil Martin's white. Thanks to Sissy Poos. Let's put that on there. This is good stuff, I must say. And we just need to add a couple of highlights. There's loads of different colours in this flower. And if you've not seen one before, then go check out on Google. It's what I always do when I see a stamp that I don't recognise. So it's hard to understand if you don't recognise. And there is all sorts of different colours, all sorts of different shades of this flower. Look at that. And these white bits do make a difference. It almost makes it look 3D, doesn't it? Just by putting those areas in. It's quite crazy. Yeah, Google it. It's quite a pretty flower. Very pretty. I'm just trying to soften and round those ends up. That's better. Oops, I'm dragging it into the paint. Makes all the difference, that white does. There. I can even add, let's try that off a bit, that was a bit wet. I can even add some highlights. That's it. On the flower underneath. Yay! I can breathe again now. Whew. I'm just going to dry this off. Go underneath. That's the one, yeah. No line ink pad, but any pale ink pad, as long as you can see it, depends how good. You can't see it once. No, that's right. It just disappears, doesn't it? As you do it. It's great. Right, so I just want to add a little bit of shading underneath that. So I've got a dark grey. So I just want to add a very fine line under that one. To that one. And there. And then just with a damp brush, I can pull that out a little. Just soften it off. Hi Tom, how you doing? Oh, too much water. It's lovely to see you. That's better. We're just softening that grey drop shadow off. There. This makes it stand out a little bit more. Pop them back. There it is. So all we need to do next, save that for the next one. It's quite an easy stamp to trim out. Now it's up to you as to whether you go direct to the line, or I quite like to see it when people cut them out and it leaves the white line round it. So it depends what you want. It's your card. Some people do it and it looks like they've used a die to cut it out. It looks fabulous. I'm trying to do that. Not always easy. It does, Trina. That's it makes all the difference. Sometimes just a little line is all it takes. And you can use, if you don't want to use watercolours, you don't have to. You can use your pencils. I think as watercolour is just one of my favourite paints and my medium. That's what I like. But you could use your inks. You're hopeless at fussy cutting. Well, this isn't too bad to fussy cut, to be honest. It's not too bad at all. It's fairly simple shape, you know. It's not like cutting a leaf out or anything. And I can just trim this side down a bit more. can go in my recycling. So now we need to build our card. So I have a card. I think this is a 6-inch square, 14.5. I think that's a 16-inch square. So that needs matting and layering. We can't just put it straight on there. It wouldn't really show up. So let's shift that. Sorry about the glare. You're probably going to get some glare now. And I've got a knife. Plenty of rules. So what colour are we going to use? I think this burgundy would be perfect on that, don't you? I've got some tape if this is going to behave itself. It's getting to the end. They don't like to be. Is it that way? Yeah, that one fell out with me. That's simple. We'll use glue. Got some clear glue. Just takes me a minute to get it to come through. I think it's running out. There it is. I don't usually use this for matting and layering, just for sticking on, but it'll do. There we go, plenty. Fab. Oh, those little fussy cut scissors that I use when I'm doing something intricate. They were parchment ones, so I think I got them. I think I got them from a show. I think that was a parchment specialist. So what should we? I think that edge would be nice. We can actually go quite big, can't we, on this? So as long as that fits, yeah, there and there, yeah, perfect. I'm going to cut the long bit off first. Yeah. Behave. I don't like it when it squeaks on the glass. That's my problem. Makes me shudder. It's like that horrible blackboard sound. There. Pop them back. Oh, shake the place. Just make sure we've got that script the right way round when we stick this on. Make sure our card opens the right way round. You can tell what I've done before, can't you? Terrible. Terrible, I am. Terrible. Thank you, Sally. Pergamano, that's the name I can't remember. Watch the points, though. They really stab you. They don't take prisoners, they don't. So we're going to pop that. The nice thing about glue is you've got time to have a little wiggle, haven't you? There. Beautiful. Let's put the craft mat back to try and get rid of some of this glare. There you go. I don't want you to not see what's happening. Now I'm going to put a couple of bits on that you don't see me use very often, but I seem to have got the liking for it. This is bookbinding fabric. So it's what you'd stick to the edges of your books if you're making books, and it makes a fabulous. I'm just fraying the edges off a bit. Comes in a big sheet. You just cut it as you want it, whatever size you want it, and we can make it a bit tatty. You could even glue the bits on if you're into that sort of thing, and that's just a little bit too flat for my liking. So you don't like cutting on a glass mat? No, not everybody does. I find fussy cutting quite nice. You could use medical gauze for this if you wanted, but I quite like this stuff because you can soften it off, and it's quite cheap as gauze goes. So I'm going to glue that on, but I want to keep in mind where my flower's going to sit, because I still don't want to see the glue. Although it's clear, it means I can put a drop there, and perhaps even just a bigger drop there. This is 3-in-1 craft glue, beacon glue, clear stuff. So I'm going to pop that on, and I'm not going to push into it just yet. And I've got some silk, just comes on it's DMC, cottony type stuff. Now you can put on as little or as much of this stuff as you wish. That'll do. And all I do is sort of squiggle it around my fingers a bit, wiggle it a bit, fluff it up, and sort of, there you go. Make it a bit wild. Get out. Behave yourself. Let's have it all over. And then hopefully into that glue. So there you go. Press that down. Now you can either go straight in on top, or you can use pads. So I'm going to put some pads on, some 3D pads, because I want it to stand out quite a ways. So these are really sticky, these pads, so they get stuck all over your fingers. Ooh. The tricky bit, straight in the bin. There. Now that can sit straight on top. There. There we go. 2. Matching pair. Gosh. Hessian. Yeah, Hessian works. Thank you. Hessian works well. I've got quite a bit of cotton and other bits that I use for stamping on. And a lot of it can ink up really well, because I quite like slow stitching. So to combine my love for stitching with my love for stamping, it's perfect for that. Yeah, Christine, it's a little bit different, isn't it? I love it. Thank you, Sylvia. You're very welcome. Thank you, Kim. Oh, bless you. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's not a long one. It never is on a Friday night. But it's nice to come along and say hello. So that's the other stamps that I'd used from that pad. I used that same no line ink pad on that one before I watercoloured it. It's quite cheating. It's quite clever stuff, isn't it? Quite clever. So there you have it. Some cards for a change. Some proper cards. I haven't made a proper card for ages. Right, you guys. I'm going to get off. I've got lots to do to prepare for the workshop, the online workshop tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you, some of you there. Have a fantastic weekend. And hopefully I'll see you next Wednesday. So come along, it's over on YouTube, and I'll try and find that setting, see if I can bring it up. So don't forget, tonight we used TE43, TE7 and TE34. Take care. Oh, sneaky peeks for the new group. Sneaky peekies. Oh yeah, by the way, everybody, we have opened up a new group. It's called Amanda Jane Crafts Club. You're more than welcome to come and join us. It's where you can put what you want to see out and about. So tomorrow, a quick look what we're doing live tomorrow. We're doing the theme was Autumn Meadows. Everybody decided Autumn Meadows. So is an autumn meadow. Ooh, there's a bit of a mushroom on that one. There's not mushroom on there. And the next one is Autumn Meadows. Beautiful. I've got there's one I did. You can have a better look at that one. That one is using Tim Holtz stamps. Because as always, I like to encourage everybody to use the kit they've got. Stick it in the bottom of those drawers, see what you can find. I know a few of you have come across some old friends. It's great, isn't it? I'm trying to encourage it because I just, it's so liberating and so nice not to have to spend a bit of money to get your stuff. But I understand why you'd want to get the same ones. I mean, these are my new naughty purchases is the Tracy Evans stamps because I just absolutely adore them. So there we have it. Have a wicked weekend. I'm going to go now, get cleaned up and get set for tomorrow morning. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Wednesday. Have a wicked weekend. Have fun. Love you all. Bye.